Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And I'm Father Steve Sellers, and somewhere over is Dot. And this is our brief daily message of hope. And the weather has changed dramatically on this Saturday morning here in Houston. It was in the 80s just a couple of days ago, and it's made sort of a steady descent down to in the mid 40s or so now. It's invigorating outside, and it's good to be out for just a few moments today. And I just want to share just briefly today. I've been for the last 2 months now, a little over that, tutoring high school students online from all over the country in U.S. and world history and in government, economics, and English, grammar, composition, literature, whatever they need me to help with, I've been tutoring. And one of the things that my history students have been covering the last week or so, they're looking at Eastern religions. And there's some concepts that they're not familiar with. And here in the West, we're not familiar with them either. And in particular, the concept known as samsara, which is one of the tenets of Hinduism, but it's also found in a lot of other world religions. It's the circle of life and death, the endless repetition of birth, life, death, reincarnation. And so the view of life in the East is circular, not linear like we're used to experiencing it here in the West, and especially in the U.S. Our time moves forward. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But in the East, that's not the case. After death, there's reincarnation and continuing life, and then death, and then reincarnation and continuing life. And so it's a circular view of life, and my students are having a hard time with that. And you know, in the gospel on Sunday for tomorrow, Jesus talks to his apostles about that. The apostles and Jesus are in Jerusalem during his last week, and Jesus makes a comment about the temple in Jerusalem, saying, truly I tell you, there will be a time when not one stone will be left upon another here. And the apostles all ask, Lord, when will that be? Can you tell us when that will be? And then Jesus talks about the end. And this must have been difficult for the apostles because it's still difficult for us 20 centuries later. Jesus talks about three ends. First of all, he talks about the end of the temple. That's one ending that he talks about, and he gives the signs that will indicate that that's going to happen. And then he talks about the end of life for his apostles. He'll be handed over and mistreated and put to death, many of them, because of their faith. And then he talks about the end of the age. And then he talks about the apocalypse at the end, when there will be nations rising against nations and signs and wonders in the heavens. And he goes on to say that that will be a sign of the next coming, when the Son of Man will come again at the end of the age. And of course, later on, after Jesus has come back from the dead and has spent 40 days with his apostles, he leads them outside of Jerusalem, and he's getting ready to ascend into heaven. And the apostles ask, is now the time? And this is so important because Jesus says that's not for you to know. He said, only the Father himself knows when the end of the age will be. But while you're here, you still have work to do. So he says, go back into the city, watch, wait, and pray, and then be filled with power from on high. And then you can be my witnesses now. Our tendency is to want to look forward deeply and to know the answers to the biggest questions of all. And Jesus says, no, we're right here. He's right here with us. We have work to do for him now, to be witnesses for him, be witnesses to compassion, love, and kindness. And that task never ends for us. And so have a blessed day today. I'm not sure what Dot is here in the corner. She's found something that she's going to eat. I'm not sure what that is. We found parts of doves out here that she has taken care of. But she's a good girl. Have a blessed day today, and God willing, I will see you tomorrow at Mass, and Dot and I will see you back here on Monday. God bless you.